guys, in this video I will be going through Skyrim, beating the main quest line while just using illusion magic. That's it. Only the illusion tree. My two rules are no healing, and I'm only allowed to hit 2 NPCs, like physically fight them with my fist or a sword or whatever. But I hope you liked the video. Leave a comment and subscribe if you're new, and let's get into this. First got to Helgen. Some guy tried to take off, which wasn't a smart idea. Got sniped by the archers. Nothing new. Created my character super quickly, picked a race out of a hat, and designed him. After running through the tutorial, I got easily to work and realized what I had and how to get out of Helgen the fastest. So, with that being said, with High Elf, I started out with Frenzy. So I used that to my advantage. And I helped Ralof out a little bit. Although mine wasn't doing too much since they would still attack me. But Ralof made quick work of what was left. And I looted for selling worth armor and weapons so that I could buy more spells and so on and so forth. I did that strategy throughout Helgen. Casted fear on one of the soldiers and just watched them duke it out. It's kind of like watching two Pokemon go at it. You see who's the strongest, and then Ralof comes in. It gets a little more interesting when you have more than one enemy in the room, because then it turns into a 5v1. But you kind of make it interesting by hitting all of them with the spells. And then the Stormcloaks came and wiped the rest of them up. And I know the Tree of Illusion, if you get it high enough, you can cast illusion spells on anything that moves. But since I'm such a low level and spiders don't count as Dwemer or undead, I can have some fun with these guys. Since I'm only allowed to cast Frenzy on them. Then I waited for Ralof to come back through the cave and make quick work of what was left. This video will show a lot of what the result is after I've casted the spell. I journeyed down to Whiterun after escaping Helgen. Trying to fast forward the main quest, just spammed through the speech, and earned my way into Whiterun. Met with Jarl Balgruuf, told him that there was a big sky boy. Then I went and bought Muffle from Farengar, because that is the one spell that can easily level your illusion while you're sitting there waiting for quests to go through. So I basically did that, and it worked. Journeyed up to Bleak Falls Barrow, casted the same spell on the fellow bandits, and watched them duke it out. Got into Bleak Falls Barrow, and I seen an archer hit a 360 on me. And yes, I'm allowed to use my fist here because you can't get through that spider's web with illusion spells. An interesting little fact here is if you hit the wounded frostbite spider with Frenzy, he'll go and attack the guy in the web, and he'll break free. But his AI won't realize he's broken free until you break the web, so he just fights him instead of running, which I thought was kind of neat. And I knew the frostbite spider was my golden ticket for getting that golden claw, since I can't do anything to him. Once that failed and he killed the spider, I lured him down into the dungeon a little further because I knew there were traps there, and then the Draugr smacked him pretty hard. So I lured the Draugr into the trap, since I can't illusion spell them. smack. Got the golden claw, and then journeyed down further. I got to a point where I could easily spam muffle and get my levels up, so I did that for about a half hour. I got my illusion pretty high so I could actually do something to the Draugr. Once I got through with that, went down to the Overlord, and the only way you can kill him here with just illusion magic is luring him down into the traps that are down there. And he's still pretty tanky, so I just lured him to the blade trap. And then this happened. But thank God Skyrim's graceful enough to just respawn him back where he jumped out of the coffin. So I was able to grab the Dragon Stone and make my way back to Whiterun. I went and talked to Farengar to turn in the quest. And then went and spoke to Balgruuf, and he sent me down here to the Watchtower to help them defend against the first dragon. I can't do anything against the first dragon because I do not have anything. So I basically just sat idly by as the soldiers put in some elbow grease. Once I did the heavy lifting, I absorbed the Dragon Soul and made my way back to Whiterun. Returned to Jarl Balgruuf and grabbed the Axe of Whiterun. Then I ventured to the College of Winterhold so that I can find the illusion guy, and I also went up to Farengar because she didn't have the spell that was required to pass her challenge. Thanks, Skyrim. I found him, bought Frenzy, because I knew I would need it later on. And throughout the whole little journey to the High Hrothgar, I just calmed everything basically and frenzied it. Kind of a walk in the park. Tried to shoot a couple bandits with Frenzy to see what it would look like if you angered a whole bandits camp with one Frenzy. It's kind of funny. You just hit one of them and you see 6 dots pop up. I also got to see how strong they are, really. Even though I'm on novice difficulty. Turns out the gatekeeper's stronger than the chief. Calmed this big guy over here so I could walk right past him, and this famous troll just walked right past him too. Didn't need to fight him. Thank God. Shouted at Arangir. He wanted me to. No abuse. Shouted at his shadows too. He wanted me to, I swear. Went outside to do some more whirlwind practice, and then went back to the college. Grabbed invisibility while I was there, and rally. 2 really good illusion spells. I'm gonna need rally here in a minute. First dungeon, I used invisibility and basically walked past most of this. They didn't even hear me or see me. Did the same thing for a lot of the encounters in here, except if you bump into him, which what happened here. He smacked me for it. Used the traps to kill the mini bosses, and found the note left by the mysterious lady. Went and found her, told her about the attic room and how BS it was. She harassed me for a minute. Gave me the horn. I didn't hold her at gunpoint. Told me to meet her at Kynes Grove. Walked up there, found Alduin resummoning a dragon. I knew I had to fight it. Basically used rally on Delphine, and she did all the heavy lifting for me after about an hour and a half of fighting this dragon. She told me to meet Malborn in Solitude because she wanted to know something about the Thalmor. I gave him what I wanted inside. I didn't need anything, I was using spells. Met up with Delphine so she can give me the party clothes. and headed off to the Thalmor embassy. Thought I could walk past them, but the instant I walked around that corner, they noticed me. I panicked and equipped a frenzy, hoping they would fight each other, and they did. I didn't stick around too long before I went outside, and I calmed the only mage that gave me issues. And walked right past him. Got the note, told Delphine that someone named Esbern was hiding in Riften. Traveled to Riften. Went down into the right-of-way and found these two buggers down there. I seen the archer had fire arrows, didn't want to get hit by that, so I ran past him, hoping they would fight each other, and his buddy got sniped. Calmed him and kept going. Met Esbern down in the bottom of the right-of-way. Told him about Delphine, he trusted me to let me in. Very nice of him. They reunited back in their inn. And they told me some place about Karthspire. Traveled there, I noticed a whole Forsworn camp and did what I do best and started casting Frenzy. Hoping they would all fight each other, and they did, and they killed the dragon in the process. Here's a clip of me speedrunning the little Akaviri puzzle. You do these puzzles so much you have them memorized. And got some crispy loot. Showed me the wall, Alduin's wall, told me I needed a shout to bring down Alduin. And for that I needed to go talk to Greybeards, and Delphine did not like that idea. They told me I needed to go find Parthenax and climb the rest of the mountain. He gave me the shout Clear Skies so I can meet him. I asked him about it, and he told me to go find the Elder Scroll so that I could learn Dragonrend, because he does not know it. And like I've played this game a million times, I know it. Found the old man in the cave, asked him where the Elder Scroll was so I can continue the mission, and went down to the Dwever Ruin once I found it and calmed the little gyro dudes. Once you have your illusion 100, you can calm anything. I cheesed past all this BS because I didn't want to walk down all that. Become Ethereal's an underused shout. Now my issue with this guy is I had nothing around to kill him. I tried to get the Falmor to kill him, as you can see here, but they ended up just attacking one another because I got him too close. So I kind of thought, there's got to be a trap somewhere around here, right? And there was. I lured him back. Didn't want him stepping on the plate before I did, which he did. What a little rat. And then I lured the Centurion through, and he killed himself. I grabbed the key off the Centurion, unlocked the lift, and ran for my life in Blackreach, because nobody likes Blackreach. I frenzied and calmed everything in here, just creating chaos. And surprisingly, the Centurion resisted calm, and I almost crapped myself. I grabbed the Elder Scroll after solving the puzzle, and made my way back to the Throat of the World. I read the scroll, learned Dragonrend from the Nord heroes, so I was ready to face Alduin. I had another issue here. Parthenax does not do enough damage to successfully kill Alduin. He's just there to help, and he resists all illusion magic, or all magic in general, besides destruction. He would get him about a quarter way, and then he would sit there, and it was a stalemate. I couldn't do anything, Parthenax couldn't do anything, and Alduin just kept yelling at me. So my only hope was I had to bend the rules just a little bit. I didn't want to, but this is the only way to do it. Yeah. It's not the smartest idea, not the brightest either, but it worked. I just spammed rally on her, and she did all the heavy lifting. Parthenax helped too. Took about half an hour to do it, but grinding all that, he finally went down. After that, I had to go and make a truce between the civil war that was going on, so I could deal with, or fly to Skuldolphin and trap the dragon, or trap the dragon and then fly to Skuldolphin. I had to talk to General Tullius and Jarl Ulfric. Got them both to agree, sat down at a peace council and almost fell asleep after they got done yelling at each other. I talked to Esbern and he taught me a shout to call Odahviing. Who knew an old man could teach me a shout? I summoned Odahviing, was able to snipe him out of the air with Dragonrend, and lured him right into the trap. After luring him in, I convinced him to take me to Skuldolphin, where I would later fight Alduin. And in Skuldolphin, I invisibility and frenzied everything. Walked past it. Once I found a group, I frenzied it and watched them just murder one another. Another issue I had here is this guy had a diamond claw on him, but there was a trap behind me, so it wasn't too bad. I just lured him back to the trap and stepped on the plate. Easy enough. Grabbed his claw, solved the puzzle, and made my way outside. I tried to fight the dragon priest here legitimately with all the Draugr I had around, thinking I could do it, but no, that guy is cracked. Basically what happened here is I had 4 dragons circling above me, and you can't do anything about dragons, not with spells, not with illusion. But I tried my best. I frenzied all the Draugr I could. Once I was taking good damage, I ran behind and hid, and I watched all of them drop dead. That was horrifying. I've never seen so many dragons in the sky at one time. But I at least gave it a shot and didn't just, sprint right through it, which is what I'm gonna end up doing. Got tired of waiting around, so I loaded the other save and sprinted right through it. Because you can sprint through it before he grabs the staff, which is kind of nice. Made it to Sovngarde. The most beautiful area in the whole thing. And here's this other NPC or the one NPC I have to fight. But I did try to get around him. My first attempt was to frenzy him and go find one of the spirit soldiers wandering around Sovngarde. And I did. But that guy is powerful. Took out half my health with one hit. So I did my best, ran around, let him fight the Imperial soldier, and I think it took about 3 swings and that guy just murdered him. So I gave in, grabbed that Blades weapon, and crossed the bridge. Had no other choice. Once through that, I got the heroes to come help me fight Alduin. And once we pissed him off by shouting a whole bunch, I used Rally on all of them, because I physically could not fight Alduin. After about a half hour of doing a lot of sitting around waiting for them to get up so I could rally them, eventually the gatekeeping guy got tired of us sitting here fighting endlessly, and he joined the fight. And he does a lot of damage, so he walked out there and smacked Alduin a couple times. But my last hit is right here. Alduin cannot die unless the main player hits him with a physical or a magical attack. So instead of using Dragon Bane, I just smacked him. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.